Hi, my name's John Chewett and I'm the Creative Director of Imprint Films. So Imprint Films is a relatively new business. It's just started up in June 2023, and what I'm hoping to do as an individual, now setting out in business, is that I've had 7 years in my 20s working in defendant insurance litigation in the legal world, and then I've had 7 years as a full-time actor and filmmaker. So now with Imprint Films, what I'm hoping to do is combine my corporate office-based experience in the business world as well as my creative acting and filmmaking experience. So now I can utilise those skills to create individual, unique films for businesses of any size. I've actually been thinking about setting up a business for a couple of years, and I had one false start a couple of years ago, but I kind of gathered myself and restarted last year actually. Funnily enough, I was in Istanbul for the Man City Champions League final, which was very successful. Apologies to any Reds in the room, but yeah. So I was actually in Istanbul, and it was the morning after. I'd stayed up very late or very early, depending on your point of view, and I was a little bit sketchy in my head, and I was actually walking through Istanbul airport with my dad. And we bumped into a couple that we knew very well, and Dad told them a story about this film that I'd spent 13 months doing to surprise him from his 70th birthday. I actually went around the UK and I went over to New York and I interviewed 69 people from his life, and I created a 2-hour documentary feature film of his life to surprise him, which went down very well. And Dad was actually telling this couple that we knew this story, and this lady of the couple, her jaw was on the floor, and it really took her to a, I don't know, she was just very impressed. And she actually said to me, "John, you should set up a company, you should do this." And I don't know what it was about that particular chemistry of what was going on inside me, in the occasion, the morning, the hangover, and the jubilation, that all of a sudden I sobered up instantly, and I spent the 4-hour flight home thinking about what is this company going to be, speaking to my dad, speaking to other people on the plane. And then I came home, and I basically am creative director, so I oversee everything and I do the creative input and production role, overseeing everything. I needed a camera guy, I needed someone to do the tech, because that's not my strength. And I rang up a young guy from University of Salford, someone I really trust, I've worked with on a number of occasions, and I says, "Look, I'm thinking of doing this, do you fancy it?" He said yes within seconds. Then he came over for a curry and we started planning from there. And basically we've done the branding, we've done the website, showreel, we've worked out who we are at Imprint Films, and we've produced, planned, shot, edited and delivered our first client film, which was in November and December. So the new year, we're just ready to go. I think it's massively important that these events keep going on, because I mean, like I said, with the pandemic cutting everyone off from each other, I just think these events are even more important than ever. And I think if these sort of events aren't supported, then the thing is with networking, it's a thing that it can, no matter how much you really go hell for leather in a short term, networking is constantly evolving, is constantly moving, and no matter how strong an impression you might make in that first meeting or that first job you do, lives are busy, corporate lives are busy, personal lives are busy, and people get spread very thinly. So keeping these events going, where you can constantly keep putting yourself in the right network, in the right pool of people, pursuing those conversations, growing those networks, it really is worth its weight in gold. Well, I mean, I basically really want to deliver on what we set out to do last year, because obviously we've not yet had an opportunity to make 150 films and have 1 million client logos and sponsors on our website, but we like to think we've got the groundwork in place. What we want to do this year is all about its consolidation, really. We invested heavily last year. Like I said, we got all the groundworks and the foundations done. This year is all about showing what we can do. So we just want to get out there and make sure to get a couple of not only one-off clients doing all sorts of content, but we want to get a few regular clients where there might be a quarterly video newsletter we need to put together for them, or be it a one-off all singing, all dancing commercial to sit front and centre on a website, but also we're offering podcasting, shorter form content for social media. We really want to just show what we can do this year and hopefully lay a foundation for many years to come.